I hope you're having an amazing day. As you saw from the title of this video, we're going to be doing a full face of AOA Studio, which is available on the Shop Mascara site. It's going to be really exciting. A lot of products I'm using were mentioned in my massive Shop Mascara haul, which is going to be down below if you didn't watch that. But we're basically going to be using a lot of new products from that video, including their new eyeshadow palettes. We're going to be using their brow products. Literally, it's a full face of AOA Studio. So if you want to see how I got this look and my thoughts on everything, just keep on watching. But before that, don't forget, if you like drugs and makeup, go ahead and stick around, subscribe, maybe hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload. And if you could like the video if you like it, and the video is going to start right now. First of all, I'm going to start off with my fave, the AOA Studio Lip Oil Gloss, and I love the one in cocoa butter. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw some of this on. So next we do have a couple new products from the Shop Mascara site. First off is the Hold My Brow Soap. This is newer to their website. So it comes in a tin that you just kind of slide open. Really cute, and there's your tub of soap on the inside. On the back it tells you how to use it, and this is the one in clear. So this isn't like a wet product like the one that we saw in my city color video, so we do have to spray this one, and I'm gonna throw some on before we go in with this product is what I'm thinking. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my AOA Studio Slim Brow in the shade Ebony. It is such a good brow pencil. If you guys saw my massive Shop Mascara haul, you guys saw I bought like 5 backups of this. This is amazing and I just love it. And it also comes with a spoolie on the other end. Next, I'm taking the eyeshadow primer from AOA Studio. This is just a perfect eyeshadow primer in the shade Nude. So I've never used this product here. I do own a couple other eyeshadow primers from their website, but this one specifically I've never tried. So let me see how this goes. But honestly, I haven't heard the greatest thing about this primer, so hopefully it doesn't let us down. But what I'm seeing right off the bat is that there's not a lot of color payoff. It kind of blends into the skin. Next, I'm taking the eyeshadow palettes from AOA Studio. These are all newer to their site. So from the 4, 2 of them are shimmer palettes. This one here is in Peace and Love. This one is in Patience. Then we have the 2 matte ones, which are in the style Mother Earth, and the one we're using today, which is in Fearless. I did give them all a swatch, so that's going to be on the screen. These are really pigmented, really nice. What I'm thinking is we're going to go in with Fearless. I'm just going to go ahead and go into Fearless. I'm going to take the first cream shade. They are just a little powdery. And I do kind of want to set this primer down because it feels tacky. I don't know. I just haven't heard the greatest things about it. And I also want to use all the shades from this palette. Next, going into that middle shade. Oh, they are just a tad powdery, honestly. I'm just going to go ahead and skip right into the dark shade. Actually, I'm going to dip into a different palette. This is the one in Mother Earth. I'm just going to take that deep brown shade. I'm just going to take that first shimmer shade and just throw it on the lid. Now the eyes are done, I'm going to go ahead and take the Muse liquid liner. Right off the bat, what I noticed with this is that if you're not careful, it'll get everywhere. I literally had some liner here, I had some on my hand. Like, you have to be very careful with the formula because it is like watery. And also, I like it. It's a nice liner. It dries really fast, but you could still go over it. It's not like the ones that get crusty if you go over top again. And I really like how black it is, and it is a matte liner as well. I'm honestly really enjoying it. But again, be careful with it because it will like transfer everywhere. It was here, it was there, it was everywhere. So just be careful with that. But other than that, it's a really nice liner and I'm really liking it. For mascara, we do have a new product. The first one is the Fat Lash Primer. And I've actually never used, well, I have used a lash primer, but it was years ago. Haven't used one in a long time, and let's just look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of this on. Not sure how much to apply, but I'm thinking I'm just going to do one eye with the lash primer and one eye without it, just so we can see a difference. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my Fat Lash Mascara in the shade Black, and this one's such a good mascara. Definitely recommend it. It's so good. I have raved about this mascara for a long time. I can definitely tell a difference. This side with the primer is more thick, like the lashes look a little thicker, a little more visible, but honestly both sides look really nice. Now, am I going to use this every single time that I do mascara? Probably not, because I wear lashes a lot, but if you've been looking for something to make your lashes look thicker, I think adding this underneath your mascara is gonna work rather well. I honestly am surprised. I didn't think I was gonna like this, but honestly it does make a difference, and I'm gonna see what I think about it. I'm gonna keep trying it, but if you were looking for mascara on the Shamise site, I definitely recommend the Fat Lash. This one is so good. You can definitely tell a difference in your lashes, and I really enjoy this one. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some lashes. The ones that I chose are the A+ Glam 3D faux mink lashes, and these are in the style Seoul, or I don't know how to say this, but there is the style. So pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on, and I'm also gonna be using the lash glue that is my favorite from the site, which is A+ super strip lash adhesive, and I love using the clear one. All right, now that lashes are on, these were honestly really easy to throw on. I was really surprised. I did have to trim them just a little bit, but they are stunning. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go onto face. I did throw on some sunscreen beforehand, but next we're gonna take two primers from the AOA Studio line. The first one is the Clean Slate Primer. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on this side of the face, and then we're gonna throw on some of the Perfect Filter Face Primer on the other. No, this one came open. How did that happen? I'm gonna take some of this primer, throw it on this side of the face. This one smells so good. Now this one does sink into the skin. It's a little thicker. Feels a little thick when you're rubbing it in, but oh my gosh, it smells so good. And these both primers were a repurchase because I really enjoy both of them. And it just, again, smells so good, and it feels good on the skin. Next, I'm taking this one on the other side. It's another one that smells so good. Now this one is a little more cooling to the skin, and it blends in a little easier, but I feel like this one provides hydration, and a little bit of this one goes a long way. Next, we're going to go ahead and take the Perfect BB Cream from Shamise, and this is in the shade Medium. Been dying to use this. It's so cute, and I've heard so many great things about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some on the sponge, which is also from Shamise. This is very light coverage. That is how it looks built up. I built it up twice. I think it looks fine, but it definitely is for that person who likes that everyday kind of foundation. It is a BB cream, so it is a little light coverage. Now, is that my favorite? Not really. I'm more into full coverage foundations, but it looks pretty nice. I'm gonna see how everything goes over top, but so far it's not like my favorite, but it's not horrible. We're gonna go ahead and do cream products using the Sculpt FX contour stick, and this one's in the shade Sunkiss. It's blending in rather quickly, which is something that I love from contour sticks. If they don't blend out quickly, honestly, they're not, for me, they're not worth it. And this is blending in so well, and it didn't stick to the area where I put it, and honestly I'm really liking it. Next, I'm taking some of the Hush Cream Blush in the shade Cozy. Really pretty. This was in my Shop My Stash. It's such a beautiful color, and I love going in with my stippling brush at the outer parts of the face, and this is extremely pigmented. Next, I'm taking some liquid highlight, and this is the Glow Baby highlighter in the shade Golden Rose. I'm just gonna dot that on the skin and blend, and it just gives you the most perfect kind of glow from within look. It is so pretty. I've actually had one of these before, and I used it up. It is such a good highlight. We have a couple concealers. The first one is the AOA Studio Wonder Cover HD concealer, and this one's in the shade Peach, which I'm actually going to use as a color corrector. And then I have two of the AOA Studio liquid concealers. I have the shade Buff and the shade Nude. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on some of this first. Let me see how it looks, how the coverage is. Oh yeah, so this is more of a color corrector. So I'm going to throw some of this on first. It is like a thick formula, and it smells like crayons. Oh my gosh, but a little bit goes a long way. It's definitely spreading out. It's definitely not a concealer that you can leave a long time on the face, because it kind of does stick to the area where you leave it. It dries really fast. So I'd say if you're using this product, a little bit goes a long way. It is a thick formula. It has an intense kind of smell. It smells like crayons. And if you're going to use it like one eye at a time, because I'm having a little bit of blending issues on this other eye. So I'm just going to take a mixture of both. This one is a little darker. Oh yeah, this is more like my skin tone. Next, I have two pressed powders. I have the shade Beige and I also have the shade Toffee. So I'm going to go ahead and set the under eyes using this one, and then I'm going to mix both of them to set the entire face. Well, actually this one in the shade Beige is working rather well, so I'm just going to use that to set the face. And since the shade Toffee is just a little deeper, I'm going to use this as a little bit of bronze around the face. Next, I'm taking the Perfect blush in the shade Wispy. It's just like a perfect kind of everyday blush. So I'm gonna see how this looks on the skin. And these are so cute and compact. I also have two highlights. I have the Velour highlight in the shade Lucky, which I think I'm gonna use for the inner corner. And then the Powlighter in the shade Astro as a face highlight, which is just a loose highlighter. Take some of the shade Lucky. Oh yeah. Take a little bit, oh my gosh, of the Powlighter. Just throw it on the skin. The only thing with the Powlighter is really easy to over apply because it is a loose highlight, but honestly is so pretty. I really like both of them. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the AOA Studio Gel Eyeliner, and this one is in the shade Dark Brown. I'm going to tight line and then also throw some on the lower lash line. I'm going to take the shade from the Mother Earth palette that we use on the outer corner just to smoke out the lower lash line. I'm taking some of the Skinny Mascara. I'm going to throw some on the lower lashes. Basically, it's like the fat lash, but this is just a skinny version for the lower lashes. I did go ahead and fill in the brows just a little bit because they were disappearing. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the Go Brow, which is their brow mascara, and this is new to their website. Now, this one doesn't have the best reviews on their website for some reason. There's a look at the spoolie. Taking the AOA Studio Wonder Lip Liner, and this one is in the shade Vintage. Oh my god, these lip liners are honestly so hard to throw on because they're so dry. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of these liners. Next, I have a couple options from the new Velvet Lips collection. I do own all of the shades, and I felt like these three would make the most sense. I'm possibly going to go in with this one in the shade Alana. Off the bat, these are so comfortable. They are like a thicker kind of formula, but they feel really nice and comfortable on the lips. Throw on just a little bit of the AOA Studio Lip Pop in the shade City Girl. I thought I was going to do a nude lip, but kind of want to see how it looks over top. And lastly, I'm taking the setting spray, which is the A+ Oil Control setting spray, and set the face. Hopefully this keeps me matte. Honestly, this BB cream, I was going to say foundation, feels like it's going to move around. So hopefully this kind of keeps it set throughout the day because I am going to be wearing a mask later on. But I feel like this is the type of product that's going to move. But hopefully it doesn't. I'm definitely going to update you guys down below. So I'm going to go ahead and set the face. It seems to have like a faulty sprayer. And it's like most of it is like spraying really nicely, but there's one section that's just spraying really roughly. So oh my gosh. All right guys, so this is the final look. Let me know down below what was your favorite product from today's video. I'm not really gonna get into like too deep into my thoughts on everything. Honestly, everything worked out so well. The lashes, the shadows, everything just went on so well, and everything is like $1 or $1.55. It's crazy, and I really love how the look came out. So with that, we made it to the end. So I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed filming this for you today. Everything that I talked about, all the names of the prices, are going to be down below, as well as any videos that I mentioned throughout this video or videos that I uploaded last week. Don't forget I upload 3 times a week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays. If you could stick around, that would be amazing. I have my Insta handle displayed on the screen. I post a lot of makeup finds from drugstore to high end, so if that interests you, go ahead and follow me there. And it'd be so amazing if you could like and subscribe. Of course, you don't have to. You're your own person, you make your own decisions, but it wouldn't hurt to give this video a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.